you talking about the relationship between the brothers.
Right.
I feel like, the younger one was, waffling.
Right.
So, talk about working with Alex and
Yeah.
sort of coming up with that bond between the two of you.
Yeah, well, the first time when we saw each other at the director's callback at the audition, it was just, we looked at each other, we're like, whoa, this is, you quite look like the dude. And,
Yeah.
and then immediately when we started talking about, the personal interests and hobbies, we just had this chemistry, me and Alex. And the funny thing is, we became, I could say best friends. I'm staying at his house right now,
Ah.
Yeah, so we had that brotherhood from the get-go. And he's 19 years old, so he's full of energy, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, let's do this, let's
Like
do
the
that.
character,
Yeah,
I mean, like
exactly.
the real
And
guy.
that was so amazing about it.
Yeah.
Exactly like the character. So he was very, very devoted and very committed to the character, and that just inspired me to do the same thing. And we had endless nights and just talks about detailed stuff, like what would they do in this situation? Like, would they kill Danny Mang? Would it, would that happen? Could they do it? Could they not? Like, what were the limits? Because think about what they did in Boston. They were on their way to New York. What were their limits? So all these questions
chilling.
came into play, and when you really when you're with this 24/7, it becomes very, very, very emotional, mentally, very, very challenging as an actor to deal with it every day.
For sure.
But yeah.
No, I was going to go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that, but then again, when you come to the set and you see everybody
Yeah.
as committed as you are,
Right.
it just it's a good relief to know that everybody's there to support each other and in making this happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie is when Mark Wahlberg goes, "Dude, you were like so brave." Can you talk about working with Mark and of course Peter Berg, who?
Yeah, that scene. That's my only scene with Mark. I mean,
I know.
most of my scene is with this guy, and Mark he got such an intensity about him, right? And you can just tell like he cares about this a lot. He's so in the moment himself that he sucks you in. Also, he brings you in, and when he was asking me questions and things like that, I can feel it. Also, it's like he's saying this as a character to my character, but also in a way I felt him almost saying it to me, like, hey, you did it, all right, good stuff, man, which is great. I mean, he just got such a great energy about him that it's kind of like it just draws people towards him, and it makes you more alive as an actor in the scene with him.
Yeah, and Peter too. I mean, he and Wahlberg are like this. They're like intertwined like this. I mean, does Peter have the same kind of energy does he bring to the set?
Yeah, 100%. When we first time met, me, Alex, and Pete, he sat down to us. He's like, guys, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be very, very rough. But I want you to know I'm gonna be there for you guys, and we're gonna do this together. So he gives you the reality. He doesn't tell you, oh, it's gonna be fun and this and that. No, he tells you this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be challenging for every one of us. You know what I mean? But he gives you the same confidence that he was gonna be there for you, and we're gonna do this together. And that's what happened at the hijacking scene. That's what happened at the bombing scene. And it's an amazing thing to do as a director.
You can just tell he trusts his actors.
Yeah,
he give us so much confidence that we have done our homeworks, we know what the scene is about, and then let us just perform and then through his guidance, which is great.
Yeah. And I really think that this movie, some are saying, oh, it's too soon. I think it's actually a great time for this movie to come out, right? USA. It's like,
yeah, I'm so glad you say that, because too soon. If you look at the news, even like yesterday and what happened in Istanbul in Turkey, if you turn on the news, you see it everywhere, in Pakistan and Iraq, everywhere. This is what's going on in Paris and Belgium, So when is the right time to release a message like this?
Right.
Because it's not about the individuals. It's not about, Danny Mang or the cop or Tommy Saunders. It's not about them. It's about everyone coming together as one. And that's what we tried to do with, portraying this movie, to tell the story to the world that it's not only Boston strong, it's human strong, it's world strong. We have to come together as human beings, you know what I mean? Regardless of who we are, where we're from, color, religion, does not matter at all. We come together as human beings, and nothing beats out that.
Yeah, for sure.